Okay, so to get started, we're going to take and fold just a blank sheet of paper into thirds, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to have several spaces to draw in. So this is just a piece of scrap paper, and then after I folded it into thirds, I'm going to fold it into half. And so essentially what I'm doing here is I'm creating 6 different spaces. Now that I have several different spaces on my paper, I want to label them with different emotions. So maybe this one here is going to be anger. Maybe this one here, I'll go with peaceful. Then this next one, maybe I want to do happy or happiness. Maybe this one's going to be anxious. Maybe this is motivated or excited. I don't know which one I want to do. And then this one I'm going to do is grateful. Okay, so now that you have your different areas marked out, I want you to sketch out what you think angry lines would look like, or what would angry shapes look like. So for me, when I think of angry lines, I think of like jagged lines or lines with a lot of energy, or triangles, peaks and valleys. For peaceful, I thought of flowing lines and more organic or curved shapes. For happy, I feel like things are like bursting out of you. You're so happy, you're radiating happiness. For anxiousness, I feel like the lines kind of are really close and tight, and just you can feel a lot of inner turmoil. For grateful, again, it was kind of that radiating idea that your gratefulness, just you're happy for or appreciate things. And motivated, I just felt like things should, or excited, things were moving up. Lines went up in more of a burst format. So you can see everything was very organic. Okay, I'm just kind of thinking about the emotion and going with it. I could even listen to some music that kind of relates to these emotions too as I'm sketching. And then once we've kind of gotten some practice trying some different lines and shapes with it, then we will be working later in our sketchbooks on our sketching paper here. So you should have these papers in here. So these will be the watercolor papers that we paint with the different colors to represent our emotion. And then this here is what we're going to use to do our final design. So we can use this inspiration to inspire our final designs that we come up with here, and that we eventually trace or transfer to our final watercolor painting. So if you get done with these and still have some extra time, then you might think about, how can I transform this idea into a final design and incorporate hatching and cross hatching or stippling into my work. Okay, so that would be the next step once you get kind of an idea on some of the shapes and lines that would go with your emotion.